in our resolve to promote inclusive growth, enhance rural income, and sustain food security. To spur the growth in this sector, the government intends to follow a four-pronged strategy covering 1. Agricultural production, 2. Reduction in wastage of produce, 3. Credit support to farmers, and 4. A thrust to the food processing sector. The first element of the strategy is to extend the green revolution to the eastern region of the country, comprising Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Eastern UP, West Bengal, and Odisha, with the active involvement of the Gram Sabhas and the farming families. For the year 2010-11, I propose to provide rupees 400 crore for this initiative. In the 60th year of the Republic, it is proposed to organize 60,000 pulse and oilseed villages in the rain-fed area during 2010-11 and provide an integrated intervention for water harvesting, water shade management, and soil health to enhance the productivity of the dryland farming areas. I propose to provide rupees 300 crore for this purpose. This initiative will be integral part of the Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. The gains already made in the green revolution area have to be sustained through the conservation farming, which involves concurrent attention to soil health, water conservation, and preservation of biodiversity. I propose an allocation of rupees 200 crore for launching this climate resilient agricultural initiative. The second element of this strategy relates to reduction of significant wastage in storage as well as in operations of the existing food supply chains in the country. This needs to be addressed. As the Prime Minister has said recently, I quote, "We need greater competition and therefore need to take a firm view on opening up of the retail trade," unquote. It will help in bringing down the considerable difference between the farm gate price, wholesale price, and retail price. There is wastage of the grain procured for buffer stocks and public distribution system due to the acute shortage of the storage capacity in the Food Corporation of India. This deficit in the storage capacity is met through an ongoing scheme for private sector participation, where the FCI has been hiring godowns from private parties for a guaranteed period of 5 years. This period is now being extended to 7 years. The third element of the strategy relates to improving the availability of the credit to farmers. I am happy to inform the honourable members that banks have been consistently meeting the targets set for agricultural credit flow in the past few years. For the year 2010-11, the target has been raised to 3,75,000 crore from rupees 3,25,000 crore in the current year. The debt waiver and debt relief scheme for farmers was a major initiative of the UPA government. In view of the recent drought in some states and severe floods in some other parts of the country, I propose to extend by 6 months the period of repayment of the loan amount by farmers from December 31, 2009 to June 30, 2010. In the last budget, I provided an additional 1% interest subvention as an incentive to those farmers who repay their short-term crop loans as per schedule. I propose to raise the subvention for timely repayment of crop loans from 1% to 2% for 2010-11. Thus, the effective rate of the interest for such farmers will now be 5% per annum. Necessary provision in the budget has been made. The fourth element of the strategy aims at lending a further impetus to the development of the food processing sector by providing state-of-the-art infrastructure. In addition to the 10 mega food park projects already being set up, the government has decided to set up 5 more such projects. As a part of the farm to market initiative, external commercial borrowing will henceforth be available for cold storage or cold room facility including for farm-level pre-cooling, for preservation of storage of agricultural and allied produce, marine products and meat. Change in the definition of the infrastructure under ECB policy are being made. Madam Speaker, infrastructure. Accelerated development of high-quality physical infrastructure such as roads, ports, airports and railways is essential to sustain economic growth. While addressing the policy gaps in this sector, I propose to maintain the thrust of upgrading the infrastructure in both rural and urban areas. In the budget of 2010-11, I have provided 1,73,552 crore, which accounts for over 46% of the total plan allocation for infrastructure development in the country. To make a visible impact in the road sector, government has targeted construction of national highways at the pace of 20 kilometers per day. To push the pace of implementation, changes have been made in the policy framework, especially in respect of the projects being executed through public-private partnership. For the year 2010-11, I propose to raise the allocations of the road transport by over 13% from rupees 17,520 crore to rupees 19,894 crore. Honourable members have already heard from my colleague Railway Minister about the large investment required to modernize and expand the network. I have provided 16,752 crore in the budget for 2010-11 for railways to lend her a helping hand. This is about rupees 950 crore more than last year, when a substantial increase was made in the budgetary supports for railways. The complement and dedicated freight corridor, the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor project, has been taken up for integrated regional development. Preparatory activities have been completed for creation of the 6 industrial investment nodes with eco-friendly world-class infrastructure. Government established India Infrastructural Finance Corporation Limited to provide long-term financial assistance to infrastructure projects. Its disbursements are expected to touch rupees 9,000 crore by end March 2010 and reach around rupees 20,000 crore by March 2011. IIFCL has also been authorized to refinance bank lending to infrastructure projects. It has refinanced rupees 3,000 crore during the current year and is expected to do more than double that amount in 2010-11. The takeout financing scheme announced in the last budget is expected to initially provide finance for about rupees 25,000 crore in the next 3 years.